explore the unique benefits of each and how, by simply making the right choices when it comes to wine, you can start to feel more connected, vibrant, and confident in your own skin once again. One stocks Pinot Noir, the circulation champion. Let's face it, as we get older, things don't always flow like they used to, and I mean that literally. One of the first signs of aging is a noticeable change in blood circulation. You might not think much of it at first, maybe your hands and feet feel a little colder than they used to, or you notice you're not as responsive or energetic. But these small signals often point to something bigger going on beneath the surface. Our blood vessels, once smooth and elastic, gradually become stiffer and narrower with time. This makes it harder for blood to move freely throughout the body. And when blood doesn't circulate properly, it doesn't just affect your energy levels. It can impact your emotional connection with your partner and your ability to be present during intimate moments. A lot of people assume intimacy issues are only about hormones or desire. But here's the truth that doesn't get talked about enough. Poor circulation is often the real culprit. When blood doesn't reach certain parts of the body efficiently, everything feels dulled. Less warmth, less sensation, less spark. But there's good news. You can improve circulation naturally, and surprisingly, one delicious way to do that involves wine. Specifically, a red wine called Pinot Noir. Now, before you go popping open a bottle and pouring yourself a full glass, let's talk balance. This isn't about drinking heavily or using wine as a crutch. It's about using it wisely and understanding what's in the wine that makes it helpful. Not the alcohol itself, but the plant compounds hiding in every sip. Red wine, especially certain types like Pinot Noir, is packed with natural antioxidants, resveratrol, flavonoids, and polyphenols. These compounds are found in the grape skins and seeds, and they have powerful effects on your cardiovascular system. They help blood vessels relax, improve oxygen delivery, reduce inflammation, and even stimulate the release of nitric oxide, the chemical that helps your blood vessels open up and stay flexible. Pinot Noir stands out among red wines because it's one of the richest sources of resveratrol. This compound has been studied for its ability to support blood vessel health and protect against age-related vascular issues. When your vessels are more elastic and open, your blood can move freely, including to areas where it really matters for connection and intimacy. Just think about that for a second. Better circulation means warmer hands and feet, quicker response times, sharper focus, and yes, deeper emotional and physical intimacy. It's not magic, it's just better blood flow. And the benefits don't stop there. Improved circulation often leads to elevated mood, more sustained energy throughout the day, and even better sleep. It's the kind of subtle shift that sneaks up on you. One day you realize you're feeling more like yourself again, more alive, more in sync. Of course, Pinot Noir isn't a miracle cure. A healthy lifestyle still lays the foundation. Eating well, staying active, managing stress, and nurturing your relationships. But when used in moderation, a small glass of this ruby red wine can be a gentle, enjoyable way to support your body's natural rhythm. Experts generally agree that moderate wine consumption means about 1 glass a day for women and up to 2 for men. And not every day either. Maybe a few times a week paired with a healthy dinner or a quiet evening with your partner. That's where the magic lies. In the moment, in the ritual, and in the connection. Also, not all red wines are created equal. Many are high in sugar or overly processed, which can undo the very benefits you're seeking. Pinot Noir, especially when it comes from cooler climates and is made with minimal intervention, tends to retain the highest levels of those helpful compounds. Look for organic or biodynamic wines when possible. They often have fewer additives and more of the good stuff. So, if you've been feeling a little more distant than you'd like, emotionally, physically, or both, maybe it's time to take a fresh look at what's on your dinner table. Sometimes, the answer to feeling closer and more connected lies in something as simple as a single glass of well-crafted wine. Cheers to better circulation, a warmer connection, and the joy of rediscovering what intimacy really feels like. Not forced or artificial, but natural, shared, and alive. 2. Cabernet Sauvignon, the artery defender. Our bodies naturally go through changes as we age, some subtle, others more noticeable. One change that often catches people off guard is how our circulation slows down. You might feel colder than you used to. Maybe your hands and feet don't warm up like they once did, or you've noticed that intimacy doesn't feel as easy or connected as it once did. These are more than just signs of aging. They're signs that your blood flow might not be what it used to be. We often talk about emotional closeness when it comes to intimacy, but the truth is physical closeness depends on your body's ability to deliver blood where it needs to go. That smooth, steady flow supports everything: warmth, energy, and the ability to feel deeply connected to your partner. When circulation starts to slow down, it can create a real sense of distance, even if you're right next to someone you love. But here's where things get interesting. Certain everyday choices can help improve your circulation in natural, enjoyable ways. And one of the most surprising? A glass of red wine, specifically Cabernet Sauvignon. Now, Cabernet Sauvignon isn't just your average red. It's bold, full-bodied, and packed with antioxidants, including one especially powerful compound called proanthocyanidin. This antioxidant helps protect and strengthen blood vessels, keeping them flexible and healthy. That's huge, because as we age, our arteries can stiffen, making it harder for blood to move freely. This can lead to a lack of warmth, sluggishness, and even difficulty connecting physically, especially in the ways that matter most. When you enjoy a small glass of Cabernet Sauvignon, you're not just savoring a rich, flavorful wine. You're giving your body something it can actually use. The antioxidants in this wine support your circulatory system by encouraging the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that helps blood vessels relax and expand. This makes it easier for blood to travel to all the right places, from your brain and heart to your hands, feet, and yes, areas of the body that play a key role in intimacy. The beauty of Cabernet Sauvignon is that it doesn't take much to make a difference. Just a modest glass, a few times a week, can gently support your body's natural rhythm. Over time, you might start to notice subtle but meaningful changes: warmer extremities, improved sleep, better focus, and a renewed sense of physical and emotional closeness with your partner. And let's be clear, this isn't about using alcohol to mask a problem. It's about using one of nature's gifts in moderation to support your well-being. Cabernet Sauvignon works with your body, not against it. When paired with other healthy habits, like eating well, staying active, managing stress, and getting enough sleep, it becomes part of a bigger picture of health and connection. In fact, many people have found that adding this small ritual to their routine actually enhances the quality of their relationships. It's not just about better circulation, it's about creating moments of presence. Sharing a glass of wine at the end of the day can become a chance to slow down, reconnect, and simply be together, something that's easy to lose track of in our busy lives. One important note: not all wines are created equal. To get the most benefit, choose high-quality Cabernet Sauvignon, preferably from trusted sources with minimal additives. Organic or biodynamic options are often a good bet, as they tend to preserve more of those health-supporting compounds. So if you've been feeling a little less connected, physically or emotionally, consider making a small change. A glass of Cabernet Sauvignon, enjoyed with intention and care, might help restore not just your circulation, but also that quiet, comforting sense of closeness that makes life after 60 richer and more meaningful. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about wine. It's about warmth. It's about energy. It's about feeling fully present with the people who matter most. If you're finding this helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. And if you've got any questions or if something's been on your mind, drop it in the comments. I'm here to help. 3. Sangiovese, the warmth restorer. There's something quietly powerful about the warmth of human connection. Physical, emotional, and everything in between. But as we age, that warmth can start to fade. Not just in a symbolic way, but quite literally. Colder hands and feet, a slower response to touch, and a subtle sense of distance that creeps into our most intimate moments. You might find yourself wondering, where did that spark go? Here's the truth. It's not just in your head. Much of that fading warmth is rooted in circulation, specifically how well your blood flows to areas like your skin, your extremities, and yes, your pelvic region. And while slowing circulation is a natural part of getting older, that doesn't mean you have to accept it as your new normal. Enter Sangiovese, a beautifully balanced Italian red wine that's been quietly helping people reconnect for centuries. Beyond its deep, earthy flavor and its charming Tuscan roots, this wine packs a serious punch when it comes to supporting circulation. Rich in flavonoids and quercetin, Sangiovese naturally encourages blood vessels to relax and expand, allowing blood to move more freely through the body. The result? A renewed sense of warmth, both physically and emotionally. When your circulation improves, you start to notice little things first. Tingling in your fingers and toes, color returning to your cheeks, or that familiar flush that comes with shared laughter and connection. But the effects go deeper than that. Many people report feeling more present, more alive, and more in tune with themselves and with their partner. I've seen this transformation firsthand. Some of my patients who've added a few mindful servings of Sangiovese each week, alongside a healthy lifestyle, have experienced remarkable shifts. They talk about how their energy has returned, how they've started sleeping better, and how their relationships feel lighter, warmer, more real. It's like a part of them that had gone quiet suddenly starts to hum again. What makes Sangiovese so special is its simplicity. This isn't a wine that demands a fancy occasion or a deep knowledge of wine pairings. It's approachable, easy to enjoy, and incredibly effective in small amounts. Whether you're sharing a glass after dinner, sipping it during a cozy night in, or simply enjoying a moment of solitude, Sangiovese brings something gentle and grounding to the experience. And it's not just about intimacy in the physical sense. Improved circulation supports overall vitality, better focus, more stamina, increased motivation, and a general lightness of being that feels like the opposite of growing old. It's about reclaiming your body and all the joy it can offer. When shared with someone you love, the impact doubles. Emotional closeness deepens, conversations flow more easily, touch feels more meaningful. There's a comfort in knowing that even as time passes, the tools to reconnect are still within reach, and sometimes as simple as the right glass of wine. Of course, moderation is key. A small glass of Sangiovese a few times a week, paired with good nutrition, regular movement, and restful sleep, can become part of a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. It's not about indulgence, it's about intention. When you approach it mindfully, this wine becomes more than a beverage. It becomes a bridge back to your body, back to your energy, and back to the warmth of connection that makes life feel full again. So if you've been missing that feeling of closeness, of warmth, of being fully present in your own skin, consider letting Sangiovese into your life. Not as a solution, but as a companion on your journey. Because sometimes the spark you've been looking for isn't gone, it's just waiting to be stirred back to life. 4. Dry Rosé, the hidden gem for women's health. There's something quietly powerful about dry rosé. It doesn't demand attention like a bold red or linger on the tongue like a deep Cabernet. But what it does offer, especially for women over 60, is something many of us never even realized we were missing. Behind that beautiful blush color lies a secret that can truly shift the way we experience closeness and vitality. This wine may be low in alcohol, but it's high in polyphenols, those natural plant compounds that have been studied for their ability to support the smallest, most delicate blood vessels in the body. This is what we call microcirculation, and it's a game changer. Why? Because for women, especially in postmenopause years, this type of circulation is directly tied to physical sensation, moisture balance, and the ability to experience intimacy in a full, present way. Many women describe feeling disconnected from their own bodies after a certain age, not in an emotional sense, but in the literal physical experience of touch and warmth. That distance can make intimacy feel frustrating, or worse, impossible. Dry rosé helps bring the body back into alignment with itself. By supporting blood flow to sensitive areas that often suffer from reduced circulation, it allows sensation to gently return. For some, this means less dryness. For others, it's a soft tingling that wasn't there before. A sign that life is stirring again beneath the surface. And it's not just physical. When a woman begins to feel her own body respond again, naturally without pressure, it can spark a wave of confidence and openness that spills over into every corner of her life. She might carry herself differently, speak with more certainty, or seek out deeper emotional connection. I've seen this happen. One of my longtime clients, quiet, reserved, and hesitant to speak about anything too personal, told me that a glass of dry rosé in the evening, shared slowly with her partner, changed the way she felt about intimacy. She didn't feel numb anymore. She felt real, seen, alive. What's beautiful is that this wine isn't about excess. You don't need to overindulge or drink heavily to receive the benefits. It's about the moment. The ritual of pouring a glass, letting the day go, and tuning back into yourself. There's a gentleness to dry rosé that mirrors the very healing it brings. And for women who've been silently struggling with the invisible changes aging can bring, that gentleness can feel like a lifeline. If you've been wondering where the warmth went, or why it seems harder to connect than it used to, it may not be your fault, or even your partner's. Sometimes the body just needs a little help remembering how to open up again. And dry rosé, with its soft touch and deep inner strength, might be the nudge your body's been waiting for. It's not just a wine, it's a quiet invitation to reconnect, to rediscover pleasure, and to remember that even after 60, there are still new moments of intimacy and joy waiting for you. You just have to give yourself permission to feel them again. Over the years, I've seen how a single glass of wine can do more than just improve circulation. It can rekindle connection, warmth, and joy. These 4 wines each support your body in unique ways. But more importantly, they invite intimacy back into your life. Don't wait for a perfect moment. Start now. Pour a glass, share it with someone you care about, and feel the difference. You're not too old for love, touch, or passion. In fact, now is the perfect time. If this touched your heart, like the video, leave a comment or share it. And if you're ready for more, check out the next video waiting for you here on the channel. Thank you for watching our video today. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and subscribe button to support us. We truly appreciate you support, and it will motivate us to continue make more information video to help you all. Thank you and goodbye.